And welcome back guys to the game world. And now on the review we have the Empires of the Undergrowth. Empire of the Undergrowth is a RTS, it's a real-time strategy game about ants. Despite being in early access, the game can still be really fun and have a really interesting community. It's a game that I recommend for people who like these RTS games where you have to die and play again so you can advance, repeating this multiple times until reaching the end. Help for starters. Despite of being really confused for some people, it was for me at the start. It still guides you slowly. I'd recommend starting from tutorial, then going for story modes, beating all the levels on it. If you can beat in the X difficulty, try it easier. If you can't even beat it easier, don't give up. That's a really great game for passionate people, with missions that can go from 10 minutes to some who can go to 2+ hours. If you're a person who usually rage quit for his rage explosions, that doesn't mean the game isn't good for you. Upon the time I played, it teaches out me a lot about patience, and I hope it can do same for you. If you're a person who wants to buy this game but has strict parents or something like that, the game provides you with a great scientific knowledge, talking about multiple relations of ants with the environment. Well, the game is, in fact, about the ants, but sometimes you may experience a point of view of another aspect. Give you a little talk about the reptiles and amphibians also. It can teach you a scientific names of creatures, talk about ants that can enslave make other colonies, about the ants that feed leaves to give fungus garden so they can eat of the fungus, ants that have to feed their men termites after June science, and about the relation between ants can shoot acid, not as corrosive as the other acids but still an acid. What when I do 100%? Well, doing 100% of the game really is hard, considering that it includes multiple stream achievements. Still, some people are able to beat them all. If somehow you do this, first, congratulations, and second, now you can attempt doing free play games for yourself, maybe even doing community challenges. The Empires of Undergrowth community is really, despite not huge, has a great bond with everyone. The community has been known to do some free play challenges, so you may compete with other people, if you want to post it on YouTube, or just do it for fun. Well, it might take a few minutes to figure out how to get the ants doing what you want them to be doing. There's a lot to be managing a colony that meets an eye. There are two basic classes of ants, the workers and the warriors. There's a queen too, but she doesn't do much. She's a liability. You have to defend her at all costs because every other ant can be replaced. If the queen dies, the colony dies. The goals are simple and realistic. Ants need food to make it more ants. More ants and good. But more ants means food gets used up. No food is bad. So your main task involves getting more food for the colony and all that entails. Food has to be stored. Food sometimes belongs to other critters who don't want to share, and sometimes the food just doesn't want to be eaten. Even worse, sometimes you run into the things that think ants are food. How wrong-headed can you be? While this could get boring quickly, the devs have designed the game in an interesting way. You have basic, simple, and vulnerable colony. To improve this, you need to play the scenarios to improve your colony by researching different ant abilities, etc., or just getting more food for your colony. You need to do this to survive to the next step, which is the colony challenges. In challenges, all the decisions you've taken will be tested and failure means your colony and your queen dies. Thank goodness for save games. Hopefully, as this game is developed, the devs will up the ante even more and include some sort of randomizations to allow replayability, which is one of the eventual drawbacks that might show up in the future. However, after a couple of hours, I still can't survive that first challenge and my colony still needs work. This means I'm hooked for now. I want to see what's in the store further down the road. And while the game is extremely simple, it sounds after all. They eat, they move, they die. And even grindy, I don't mind because this is the ants and do the grinding. And they don't mind, it's what they do. The picture getting a colony that can survive what the devs threw at it. That's quite a bit harder. Should I buy it? The question is pretty relative. I might modify this review based on my opinion about the game with my experience. I hope not to affect your decision, but only give you an explain of what the game is and did you stand out for yourself. In my opinion, I like because it fits the game style I like, and it's a great game about the thing I discovered I like. I didn't knew I like ants, but now I do. Well, if you're a hero due to the strict parents or something of that reason, then if my arguments weren't able to make this see the benefits of the game, or they just don't like it at all. So feel free to ask me in the comments. Hope you have a nice evening. And keep in community. Well, if I somehow got you to want to join the game, or just got you interested in ants, I recommend you seeing the channel named Ants Canada. It helped me a lot. As my review purpose is to talk about the YouTube, I can't get deep in this, but hope you'll find your decision.